really matters. They're all aware. No, they've never tricked me. They don't have the aptitude to trick me.
Mr. Marsh, I call. Look, me have to make Mr. Marsh. Good night, Mr. Marsh. Short and spicy.
Good night, Andre. Good night, Ishmael. Good night, Isaac.
Good night, good night.
Because I'll tell you something now. They are going to fix up something, and the Minister of Information and Silent, a silent or a spokesperson, the Information Minister of Silent. I would have.
Who am talking?
Oh, Dora. Oh, Dora.
Yes, she will be silent. But they are going to fix up something and give the parakeet.
Oh, you mean?
Last night, man, Mr. Last night.
I'm going to fix up something and give him.
Ali
and
button.
He's going to run all over the and whatever, and he's going to shut off his mouth. And the next thing he will run to now, he will run over to Nationwide. And Nationwide and the setup puppet that them have over there. Go and do an interview with him and fix up everything and cover up the whole thing. That's the nastiness that we are undergoing in this country. They are worse than solid waste. They are worse than solid waste. I just remind of Ferran, the one that died in COVID.
Yes.
Remember one lady that a man then give her wrong blood? You remember that?
Yes.
And they keep going over and over. This the amount of something in a tough time, you know. When you sign our baby dead body drawn by dogs behind KBH.
Hey, a whole heap for you, you know.
Where is the voice of resignation? Where are those voices?
Yes, Miss Anna.
Gone to sleep.
My.
Done is there. You know, the thing that they do to tough time is increase his salary.
My God.
And what the situation of the health sector? And then the man of the infantry to come up a conference and tell the people them how much money spend in the health sector. We're gone in a certain people pocket. Who have advertising thing when they market me? Who have the advertising company when they market me? Who have it? And them run some ad money. And when them done to, they just like to see when people dead, because when people dead, him tough than our friend. We have contract to pick up the body them hard, but that man is soon get contract to pick up the dog road.
Mr. Marsh, find out what go on down a Cornwall regional for me now. It done it?
That's of mercy, that's our next story. That's our next. Tufton must not ask to resign, you know. Tufton must be tired, you know. Because him start out and tell about 5 billion. I went to 20 billion now.
22.
And counting.
Him don't need to, Mr. Marsh, Tufton survive a dead baby scandal. There's nothing that can make him resign. Even if all the patients were to contract leptospirosis from the rat them running around in him hospital, them a female rat them.
Me hear no sense.
Even if that happened, no matter what happened, him can't resign. Because him is the only thing them have when 28 after resign.
Get worse, you know. It can't get worse. What happened to that man on the picture? It could not have Fenton Ferguson. The minister. The voice of resignation from every different quarter. Especially those up at Bradley Avenue. You know, so those at Bradley Avenue, they are worse than the politicians.
My.
They are worse because they put up to all the slackness them that take care. And as a lady at Tivoli said, the people are dead in wrong blood. The minister, there's nothing, the minister is not accountable. The slackness, you take up a shoemaker, shoemaker. You take up a minister here. He knows absolutely nothing. country to be rescued. Me may sound political. I don't care. I am political. The country needs to be rescued now.
With all due respect, Mr. Marsh, the good Dr. Tufton is not here to defend himself. And although he didn't hire me, if you get licked out by Babsy nephew, you would have all rights to remain in office. Put in some slack. Babsy nephew lick him out.
Don't checking our account. All right, Mashi.
When this Jamaica come to man, no man is bad man. It can't get worse.
Anybody can tell me something.
At his job, now man, the Prime Minister himself needs to be fired because him get off on the job, you know. Him get off on. You want me to tell you something? You see, in this country, if any at all, if you allow thieves to make law, criminal will be very happy.
Speaking of that, you can come for me now. Why is the Prime Minister continuing to say that nobody not borrowing? And it's this week the
Him is a damn liar.
Is this week them float one next morning and the borrow that you borrow from people?
The man so lie. Let me tell you, we never need to import ice because the little ice where we have, if Andrew World is still alive on the ice never melt. They're so damn lie about they're not borrowing and them have much money here. Then you have so much money, you build up economy and you can't buy machine for the children hospital. Some simple man, you can't buy put there. Are you coming to the mind me talk bad word there, man. Me gone.
Hey!
This one Miss Winnie.
All right, Mashi, go on. I am hearing another argument tonight that you remember birth control where normally the mothers them could have go at the clinic them go get. Me see them pause and say pan pink wall. But everybody say it. Tell me why such man ban birth control at the clinic. We have to get prescription from the nurse at the health center and purchase the item at the pharmacy now for $4,000 to get the injection. This crazy, cost of living very high, and send people go breed. Can't even get beds or proper care at the hospital anymore. I don't agree with this. Anything really, sir?
We need to find out.
Anybody will go to the clinic know about this?
Ask the chat.
Woman. Birth control. Anybody know about
Somebody
this?
said true.
It's not Doja Cat song. Woman.
No, woman.
But a lot of people in there saying it's true.
Design, Because remember the government was saying what they are saying, found a woman not breeding. So you have to get the prescription now. Huh?
What can go so?
200 people on my live. How many are you trying to fast on my live? You trying to learn something or you trying to just be nosy? What you trying to do? Look at it.
Hey, no, seriously, we have to rescue Jamaica for true, Me don't want nobody think a joke thing, We're up on an Operation Rescue Jamaica project, I don't know, joke thing, Everything I fall apart in the country we love, I don't know if anybody see it,
What do you mean by everything falling apart?
Every industry is falling apart. The only industry that is still standing is the finance industry.
What you're talking about finance industry still
the
standing?
Finance industry, the banks, them alone and make money.
The banks.
Yes, man. Everybody else broke but them. Hotel strike. Hospitals out of whack. Government systems not working properly. Which other industry we can think of? The farmers.
I'm on the injection, and before I went for my injection the other day, they said at the clinic that they want to stop that contraceptive. Yeah, so people are saying that the clinic is saying that them stopping that contraceptive.
Yes, the birth rate is low. We need a lot of babies this year.
So who gonna mind them?
I mean, with all of the amnesty and all of the goodies that's happening this year, a $250 reduction in your water bill, clearly you can breathe.
Light bill.
Nobody don't play light. Everybody thief light. What are you talking about?
I don't.
Oh, really?
I don't.
And I don't know.
They mean all that fuel and IPP charges that them add on to the bill to stack up the bill to account for the people who don't pay light. Everybody paying light? What can go so?
You know when I left the argument there alone.
Yes. We hear something happening in Portland. Talk about that. What is happening in Portland?
I want you to look at the state of, yes, everything mash up. That's Ishmael's argument. Look at the state, Jamaica, of a police station in Portland.
No, you have to say, imagine going to make a report. You're running and you never carry your water boot. Eh?
Don't stop raining. Now we be bad station. Fall rain fall, me give you a party break. Stop pour down there.
Mr. Buchanan, you can explain the situation that is.
Yeah, so that's the Portland Marine Police Station. Yes? It's located in Port Antonio at the Marine, the harbor. Yeah. So what is unfortunate is that the law enforcement officers have to work in that space. Water comes up through the floor from time to time. When it rains, it's a dry weather building because the shingle is dry rot. It's not kept and it's not maintained. The Port Authority actually is the owner of the building, and they've handed over the maintenance responsibility to the JCF. So I'm told. Stakeholders have not acted swiftly to maintain the building or to patch it. Ironically, the most honorable PJ Patterson had handed over that building in September 12th, 2002. And for the last 5 years, it was fixed recently, but for the last 5 years, under the current MP, one of the owners of the land of Oz, if you know anything about the Wizard of Oz, the green people, they have completely neglected that station. So they don't the government don't increase the salaries for the officers. They don't provide the equipment such as water boots and raincoats and everything to work in that space. What is most alarming for me is that mold is built up in the space. So the first thing that hit you when you walk into that station is the smell of mold. Jonjo. Yes, that can cause serious respiratory issues. And so I am definitely calling for immediate action from the Minister of National Security, who they said is such a good minister because the murder rate is down, but not giving the people the proper facilities to work and fight crime. Yes? And to ensure that...
Working on one riverbed.
They work riverbed. That's an understatement. Them working at Atlantis. Aquaman alone can work there, so him and him family. It's underwater. This is 2025, so I won't quote a Vibes Cartel song, but you know the one. Underwater. The station underwater.
Underwater, the station underwater.
Yeah, literally. So it's embarrassing. And notice now, there is no response. I don't know the extent of the media coverage. I don't know. I'm public enemy number one, so they don't usually cover anything I'm saying unless it's something negative. But here it is that the officers genuinely they do the work. If you know anything about Marine police officers, there are specially skilled officers. The ones, you know how you go to the tax office and you get your driver's license and you're licensed to drive on the road. Well, they are coxswayers. Yes, they get their coxsway license. And if you know to operate the vessel, and trust me, if you see one of them gray police boat there, and when the Haitian them are coming in the country, if the boat they ever spot them, the boat just go whoops and pick them up. And so they are the coxswayers. If you don't know to drive the boat or you're not licensed, it's the opposite of coxsway. Substitute it. I won't say it here. I don't have $500,000 to pay the fine. But yes, so these officers are skilled officers and they have to stay at that station. And if you know anything about the Marine, if you know anything about that, the people of Portland has lost the park. The park was a beautiful place. The police station is right. The market is behind the police station. The market burned down and the Anne-Marie Foundation was to fix it up and never did. After raising funds, they never fixed it up. But I complain about putting light, and the parish council ensured that they put temporary lights in there. There's so much needs to be done. Portland Eastern is in a dilapidated state. And it's a call to action for the inaction of where she is. Only God alone know, because the carpet roads escape into nearby bushes. They're not maintaining the buildings. If that is just a screenshot as what happens, because the young people of Portland, the community centers have not been maintained, attended to, nothing. So when rainfall, everything is wet. But ironically, no water is in the pipe. So this thing sounds like I'm conflating issues, but I appreciate it. At that police station, myself and the sitting councillor, Mr. Dexter Rowland, had to get a plumber to ensure that pipe is in a particular, water comes through a particular pipe. Something as simple as that not even fixed. And so I take serious issues, because at the same time, if the Prime Minister is true that you get what you paid for, then those police officers need not do anything. God, them just have them there in inhumane conditions. And then when they call in sick because they get respiratory issues from the mold that has infested the barracks and the bathrooms and all areas in that station. The health people, ironically, who had shut down Boston Jerk, I don't know how they don't go to that police station and condemn that building. It needs to be refurbished, retrofitted, and bring up to standards so that the police can work in humane conditions. And I know I'm making light of the situation, as serious as it is. We have to take action. And that.
Remember Jamaica.
And you know what is ironic? If I go down there now, represent the officers in my legal capacity, sue the government for giving them respiratory issues, everybody's gonna say that I'm wicked, and the Minister of Health is gonna say nothing don't go so.
Well, you have the evidence to prove the state of the police station down there, and we're going to see now what is going to come of it.